Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Illusions of Itehari, continuing Tobari's route in Chapter 2 still. So, I don't know what happened, because I recorded maybe on Friday, and it's now Monday, so it's been 2 days, I don't remember where we were. So, together we traveled by motor coach to the 9th Division, where the surf quarter was located. Oh right, our surf quarter's on fire. Got it. Upon arriving at a main street in the central district, we got off and hurried on foot toward the scene of the fire. And we're going to be like, Tobari, how dare you? Jesus. I had cranked my volume up so I could, make sure, the music and everything sounded okay when I started. Very loud. Yeah, we're going to be Tobari, the audacity. Seriously? Our entire quarter's on fire. I don't think he did this. I know he's going to be like, we didn't have anything to do with this. Same with, the lighting people on fire, but... The scorching gusts of wind stung my cheeks as I ran. It was impossible to escape the burning smell of smoke as I looked up at the rooftops glowing an ominous red. Everyone's shouts filled the air around us. Someone call a doctor! My child! Ow! I'm not petting you anymore! Nasty bird. No, put my hand in my pocket. Over there! Break it down to keep the fire from spreading! Spacey, this is as far as you go. Don't get any closer. Can I get closer to you, though? I watched as Aoyuki ran off to help. Even without his instructions, I found myself rooted to the spot. Don't you come looking at my fucking pocket thinking I'm going to take my hand out and pet you. The audacity! Alright, fine. I'm not petting you, though. But I'll put my hand out and you can snugs. And then he's nipping at me hey. And then he has the audacity to rub his head against my finger, and then he's going to bite me as soon as he pets himself wrong. He's like, pet me. I don't want to pet you. I mean, I do want to pet you. I do. 2026 is a terrible, rotten, no good, very bad year. I swear to God. It just keeps getting worse. Everything is just falling apart. It's just horrible. That's why we're here doing this. Just so people have a moment of reprieve and happiness. Because 2026 just won't fucking stop sucking, will it? It's been 84 years we've been stuck here. You thought once you got past the 72 years that was fucking January, that February would be better. No! Get fucked! Oh, I hate it here. 2026, I mean. Oh my God. There's a point where we've been at rock bottom for a while. It's gonna go up, right? It's gotta go up. It's gotta stop getting worse. It's gonna get worse, isn't it? Oh, God. Oh, the world is on fire like our surf quarter. Oh. The fires were much bigger than I had pictured. Seeing how they hungrily engulfed the buildings left me unable to move. I know, you want me to pet you, and then you keep biting me, and that makes me sad, too. You're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. It's very emotional right now. I'm gonna cry because you're mean. It's spreading too quickly. In this floating city, water wasn't an easy resource to come by. It won't hold! The fire's too strong! It's gonna crumble! Get back! The sparks that danced in the wind burned as they made contact with my skin. I need to get further away. Despite telling myself to do so, we're gonna stand there like an idiot, mesmerized and terrified. And I mean, okay, to be fair, sometimes fear just roots you and you're like, I need to run! Too scared to do anything! Brain is telling me to be smart, body is being stupid. So, I'm not gonna blame her for that, And also, the game is gonna be let's have her just stand there, frozen in fear, so Tobari can come rescue us. Seriously, if he doesn't, what the fuck, right? I simply couldn't tear my eyes away from the fires that lit up the night sky. My legs gave out, but before I could hit the ground... Ooh, it's CG. Don't just stand there. You're way too close to the fire. I was pulled abruptly by the shoulders and dragged back. No, I thought when it went white we were going to get a CG, but not yet. He grabbed my hand and began to lead me away. We went into an alley not too far from the source of the flames, and were surrounded by the silence of the night. He dropped my hand and turned to look at me. Oh, now CG? Now CG. Oh. Are you rubbing ash off my cheek as I'm standing here in my robe? To- Soot. Oh, stop it. This man's so fucking hot. Listen, I love Aoyuki. I really do. He is beautiful. He's like a little angel. But Tobari and Yuri are just... Yuri is like the hot kind of beautiful, where you're like, God damn. Like, that beautifulness. No, he's the beautiful kind of hot, where you're like, he is so pretty, it hurts. And he's an asshole. Like, but you can't. You're like, but he's so pretty. God. He's like ridiculously gorgeous. And like, and then Tobari is like, God damn, this man is hot. Like, I need to take my hoodie off. It's hot in here right now. And not because of the fire. It's because of this man. I mean, it might be because of the fire he's lighting inside of me. I don't know. Don't touch me like that. I'm going to fall down. If I were her, I'd literally crumple onto the ground the second he touched me or looks at me. Jesus. He looks so... Look at... He's even got resting bitch face here, and it's just so fucking hot. He roughly wiped my cheek with his cold fingers. I love the fact that he has pit windows. Not a tit window. A pit window. Why is your shirt... I mean, that's actually good. You don't have to worry about, like, I gotta constantly reapply deodorant or you got pit stains if you're sweaty, like, because you got airflow. That's kind of genius, to be fair. It's not good if you were like, I didn't shave today, so I'm a little stubbly, then people are gonna notice, you know, unless you're, like, you don't shave and then you're like, who gives a fuck? I don't know, whatever. But, like, you know, but... Like, that's just great. You get the airflow there. You don't have to be like, oh my God, my armpits and then my shirt. And then if you're wearing polyester or something, it's not absorbent. Like, psh, that's genius. It's ridiculous, but genius at the same time. Like, seriously. Like, we've seen tit windows. He doesn't. He just has his shirts, like, buttoned, unbuttoned, and unzipped there for a while. But, like, the armpit window is, again, actually impressive design. It looks ridiculous and seems ridiculous, but I feel like it'd be very practical. So, good for them. You had some on your face. Tobari. Ugh. Look at his lanky little waist. His slutty little belt. His slutty little gun holster. That's like slutty white. Like, you know it's leather too, and it's like white leather? Jesus, come on. What are you doing all the way out here, milady? You know they say curiosity killed the cat. This is my surf quarter. I see. Yeah, you just endangered all my people. And he's like, whoops. Yeah. This is gonna make it interesting. I responded to him quietly, and he narrowed his eyes. So you went out of your way to come, huh? It's not like the fire is gonna disappear just because you're here. But it's my duty to protect my people. I can't just stay at home sleeping. It's kind of, like, funny because he's like, yeah, why? Why are you here? Like, because in his mind, yes, nobles are responsible for serf quarters, but they probably don't even bother. Yeah, they might get like notices or things, and they send money, but they don't check on it. He is not expecting us to be the kind of noble that we are, where she's going around and like she pops in, she talks to the people, she's like, how's shit going? Oh, okay, cool, yeah, let me take care of it. You know what I mean? It's not just people sending you written notices. She stops by and checks in on people. She's hands-on. You know what I mean? And he's not expecting that. Regardless, they'd be pretty upset if you got hurt, right? If you've been taking good care of them, I bet that all they want for you is to be safe and sound, milady. The way Tobari lectured me was unusually kind. The back of my eyes began to grow hot. Stay somewhere safe until the fire's out. Make sure to keep upwind, all right? I responded with, I will. What about you, Tobari? You know, he's probably the one that did this, so we should be a little bit mad about this. Like, listen. Unless, obviously, because he's here, he had something to do with it, okay? And it's a bad time of year, because it seems like it's not just one house. It seems like it's spreading more, right? And they always said, oh, we do it. We're careful about it. But like, and okay, the last one that they did when we saw him on the roof was an accident. Like, we didn't expect that to happen. And that's why he rescued that kid. But this one, it seems like your whole like shtick of like, we're responsible and careful and we make sure it's only abandoned buildings so no one gets hurt. I don't know. Now, 2 times we've seen you do and the shenanigans happening. And it's like, am I supposed to believe that now? Because 2 out of 2 times I've seen this fire happen. I know. Suikusa's like, no, everything's been fine all the other times or whatever. And it's like, but no, like, I mean, he said like, oh, nobody's ever gotten hurt and it's always been whatever. But I don't know. My 2 times seeing this happen, it's been like, all hell's broken loose. So I don't know if I trust you now. But also, as hot as Tobari is, now I am one to be like, yeah, I know, whatever. You could do whatever you want. Like, for God's sakes, I'm going to let Yuri walk all over me. No, that's not true. I'm going to walk all over him. But, like, Tobari's hot enough where I'd be like, yeah, no, sure, go light things on fire. I don't care. Whatever, you're hot. Just glare at me a little. Okay? Because I'm a simple dumbass. She should be smarter and should just be like, you lit my surf quarter on fire. It's one thing if I don't agree what you're doing but like, it's not my business, but like, now you got into my shit. You brought that shit into my surf quarter? Oh, we throwing hands, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, when it was Yuri's quarter, fuck that, whatever. Don't hurt people, but like, whatever, make trouble for Yuri. Don't be making trouble up in my shit, you know? Don't get your chocolate in my fucking peanut butter. Don't be ruining my peanut butter like that, motherfucker. You know, that kind of shit, so... I'm sure she'd ask about Tobari, so I feel like that's yeah, okay. Not just, yeah, I will. It's like, what about you? We want him to fall in love with us, so what about you, Tobari? I couldn't stop myself from blurting out my question. I mean, I get it. Like, again, I'd be like, yeah, he's so pretty. I was worried about what he'd do next. Not to mention, what are you doing here? This was the 9th Division, which was located in the eastern part of the Central District. It was quite the distance between here and the Entertainment District, which was on the edge of the 29th and 30th Divisions. She's like, it's really far away. What are you doing? You know what he lit the fire, right? Right? It wasn't exactly somewhere the leader of the Entertainment District would simply stop by. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. It's like that whole conversation they had about them doing arson didn't register with her. Is she really going to play this dumbass card? Listen. I get it. No, I'll let you do whatever you want. That kind of dumbass card. But what are you doing here? Without putting peace. It's late at night. She was abruptly woken up and she's disoriented because of the fight. Sure. Okay. All right. I guess we got to give her half a pass. I'll have you know that it wasn't me. Okay, you know what? And then she's gonna be like, "What wasn't you?" Like, no, because she's having a dumbass moment. But this is what I was wondering. I'm like, watch, it's not him. But then he was there, and it's like, what is he doing here if it wasn't? But it wasn't. So okay, I should have had more faith in you, Tobari. It's okay. I'm sorry. But like, don't bring your chocolate into my peanut butter. All right? Maybe I want your chocolate in my peanut butter. Wait. Listen, I just like peanut butter and like, is it dark chocolate? Did you bring dark chocolate to the party? Because then yes. Awesome. Then I'm here for that. It took a few moments for his words to register. I blinked a few times before responding. I didn't think that the Shiranui started this fire. I mean, it was a safe assumption. When they said they wanted to avoid unnecessary casualties, I knew they meant it. Okay. So, okay, her logic's sound. I mean, because, like, I didn't think they started a fire. I mean, I feel like it's a safe assumption that they did. But I guess it's the scale of the fire, where she's like, this is a massive fire that is, like, destroying everything. So I kind of figured it wasn't you because you're more careful. Okay. All right. Good to hear. I was just on an errand and happened to see it. I see. Guess I'm not the only one curiosity killed. You just keep running headfirst into danger, don't you? I need you to be closer to me when you're wiping the soot off my face. I love that the CG's still here. Look at him. God. Look at him smirking at us. Oh my god, look at the he smirks. Look at he's beaming at us. I love it because he's really not, but that's my favorite. The grumpy, angry ones when they like smile just a little, just that little smile, and it's like, look, it's like the fucking sun just rose. Because they never do, because they're so grumpy. It's so beautiful. At that, a smile formed at the edge of his lips. Oh, I love it. Looks like you're feeling better enough to joke around. He looked as pale as a ghost earlier, you know? I was startled to see a hint of true nature beneath his teasing words and the intensity of his gaze. Unable to say a word, I simply watched as he slowly withdrew his hand. Don't take it away from me. While I couldn't quite put my finger on why, a part of me didn't want the moment to end quite yet. It's because the man's fucking hot. And you want to put your hands all over him. Fair enough. See you around. Make sure to get somewhere safe. Wait! I called out to him as he ran toward the flames, and he looked back, puzzled. Are you going to help put out the fire? I won't be able to sleep tonight if I just went home without doing anything. I was surprised to see how readily he said those words. So that's the type of person he is. Adorable? Again, marshmallows. He didn't hesitate to lend a helping hand to those who needed it. Thank you, but be careful. The wind's really strong. You're 100 years too young to be worrying about me. With a confident smirk, Tabari turned around and left toward the fiery main street. I pray that Aoyuki and Tabari come out of this unscathed, and that everyone in the surf corridor is safe. Great Taiju, please protect them. See, and this is why it's culty, because she's like, please, magic man who's just a dude in a mask. Afterward, thanks to everyone's efforts, the fires were extinguished before dawn broke. But as everyone celebrated, Tabari was nowhere to be found. I asked around to see if anyone had seen him, but it seemed that he had made himself scarce when some members of the Kurozuru hurried over to help put out the flames, because they could just arrest him for being there. And, I mean, we've met Yuri. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's you freaking out for? It was just wind. I think it was just wind outside. Yeah, right? You're freaking out. He's like, ow, dagger toes. Hi, what's the matter with you? You okay? What's the matter? What's the matter, you? You gotta go potties again? What are you doing? You're acting all... He's acting so fucking weird. What? Okay, hold on. What are you doing? What are you... Dude, it's like he hears or sees something. What are you freaking out about? What's the matter with you? What do you hear? Guys, what does the bird hear? And or see? I mean, there was, I think, a little bit of wind, but we're upstairs. So, like, you gotta go potties again? What do you... Is, like, the roof gonna come crashing down on us? What are you freaking out about? What's the matter? It's outside. Is it windy? Are you just freaked out about the wind? You're making your, like, I'm spotting a bug noise, but there's no bugs to spot. You gotta go potties again? While we're standing over here? Do you gotta go? We're just waiting on you. Oh, no? Okay. Well, what the hell's your deal? You're acting all freaked out. He's looking at the window like he's all freaked out. And it's like, it's just the house next door. Like, there's literally nothing out there. I mean, I could hear something, like, over me talking, and I think it was just, like, wind or something, but there's literally nothing out there. He's lost his mother. I swear to God, he does this just to fuck with me sometimes. He's like, I'm going to be all like, oh my God, and she's going to go running around looking for shit. It's not about you. We're playing a game. I need you to simmer the fuck down and stop being ridiculous. Stop being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous. You're fine. Is it the TV? Are you freaking out because of the screen? What's the matter with you? He is like all on alert. He ran from my leg, jumped over to the other one, ran all the way up to my shoulder. Now he's down on my other foot, like, and he is like on high alert. Are you freaking out about the little icon on the screen that's blinking? Hold on. Anyway, Kurozuru, understandable because they can't do anything to him in the entertainment district, but we've met Yuri, and Yuri could absolutely, like, be like, you did it! I was hoping to thank him properly. Let's see if he simmers down now that that's gone. I'm wondering if he saw that blinking and thinks it's a bug. You know? The extent of the damage came to light as the sun rose the following day. An entire section of the surf quarter burned down in the fire, including 3 row houses. We have 9 serfs with critical injuries and 52 with first-degree burns. Fortunately, no casualties have been reported yet, and we're going to be like, Tabari said he didn't do it, and Aoyuki's not going to believe him. While the critically injured suffered severe burns, they were able to escape with their lives. Thank goodness. But the after effects of burns can be pretty bad, right? Yes. Treatment can only help so much. Do you think Yuri is the one who lit the fire, trying to blame, hoping that people would die, or whatever, and thinking, well, if people died, who cares, because they're just dirty povs, because we know how Yuri thinks about common folk. Okay. And then he's like, that way, because, okay, remember in Aoyuki's route, Yuri was doing anything to make it seem like Aoyuki was the one lighting people on fire. When he went to Ugetsu and was like, I mean, if someone were to, like, light people on fire on behalf of the Great Taiju, maybe not exact words, but still, basically, And then he was like, good, I can blame Aoyuki. Ha 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 ha! Right? And we know how he thinks about common people. They're just there for him to, like, wipe his boots on. So I wouldn't be surprised. We know he hates Tabari. You know what I mean? And, like, I'm wondering if he's figured out the Shiranui, because, like, I thought there was rumors going around the Shiranui's the one starting the fires, whatever. So he's like, I'm pretty sure that Tabari's involved, but if Tabari's in the entertainment district, there's nothing I can do. But if Tabari's on the streets outside, we can grab him and be like, you're in charge of the Shiranui, and you're the one lighting fires, and whatever, right? Which is why Tabari was like, peace out as soon as the Kurozuru showed up, right? Makes sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if Yuri was involved here and lighting the fires or getting someone else to do it, trying to lure Tabari out so that he could arrest Tabari, blame him, blah, 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 and be like, look, he's killing people now. It's not just fires and whatever. And he doesn't care if a bunch of serfs die. You know what I mean? And doing it in hours because he knows that we know Tabari, and it would be like, you're talking to him and you shouldn't be talking to that scum, even though he hasn't really come here and, like, been all up in our face like we should get married type of a thing. But I feel like, but he knows that we know Tabari, and, like, I wouldn't put it past him. It's still just kind of like, what's your motivation aside from fuck that guy? And I guess Yuri's motivation for everything is fuck everyone. So, fair enough. Although we haven't seen enough of Yuri to, like, for that to make sense yet. But it also doesn't not make sense. You know what I mean? So, also, considering how the damage covers a large area, it'll take a while to determine what caused it. Thank you for the report, Aoyuki. I balled my fist tightly on my lap. Considering the scale of the fire, we got really lucky, and we were able to prevent it from spreading to the other surf quarters, too. Excuse you? What do you think you're doing? He's on my foot now. What are you looking at? Yeah, I'm wiggling my toes. Don't you bite my fucking toe. Still, we were aware of the fires that have been occurring all over the city for a while now. He's still, like, on edge, freaking the fuck out about something. He is still, like, not chilled out. He is, like, looking around like he's... What's the matter with you? There's not even winds. What are you freaking out about? Because you only, like, use the computer and you can see my voice moving on the thing, but, like, you never paid attention to that before. It's nothing new. What's the matter? Are you just riveted by the story? Are you trying to learn how to read? That's dangerous. Anyway. Yet we were lacking in our preparations and failed to raise awareness among the public. I felt heavy with regret as I thought of all the things I could have done to prevent such a disaster. I decided to stop coming up with questions that would never be answered and forced myself to change my outlook. Could you look for clinics in our neighborhood divisions that can take in the injured?
Already in progress. There just aren't enough doctors in our division to help them all.
Thank you. We'll need to look for places that are willing to take in those who lost their homes, too. I'll consult the Ryuhei about this. We'll need their permission to start rebuilding in any case. I'm also thinking that from here on out, we should ask for help from the serfs to improve upon our nightly patrols.
Yes.
He gave me a light nod as he agreed with my proposal before shifting topics hesitantly.
I saw the leader of the entertainment district yesterday. It seemed like he was working alongside the serfs to help extinguish the fires.
Really? That's kind of him. She's acting like she didn't know? Well, I mean, she's not going to be like, oh yeah, no, I saw him too. She's like, oh, that's sweet. Aoyuki must have sensed that there was more to the story, as I felt his gaze boring into me. I pretended not to notice and continued our discussion. Oh, that's right. I'm thinking of reviewing our protocol on how to deal with fire and sharing that knowledge with the serfs.
That's a good idea, especially since we haven't had any disasters like this one for several years now. There were probably very few people who have actually had any experience putting them out.
As long as they have some degree of knowledge, I feel they'll be able to handle situations like these with a clearer head. We also need to gather details on the extent of the damage and our policies moving forward, and submit them to the Ryuhei as soon as we can. Could you help me with that, Aoyuki?
As you wish, my lady. I'll have the documents and forms you'll need to prepare in your study.
Aoyuki bowed extra politely before leaving the living room. I bet that my uncle of the Northern Second and some other family heads have several ways to go about dealing with the aftermath of a fire. Family heads had always been the ones to handle everything in the wake of a disaster like this. However, I had never heard of any noble going beyond that and putting measures in place to prevent them from happening again. You know what? You should put some, fire extinguishers in houses, maybe fire alarms, and then the kind of alarms that trigger the sprinkler systems. Maybe we should put all. Do we have that? We should get those. It's probably because as long as their own homes are safe, they don't care if their territories catch fire. That's kind of fucking awful. You should care. It's just not their concern. And again, that also goes back to why Tobari was like, the fuck are you doing here? And we're like, this is my quarter? And he's like, and you're here why still? You know what I mean? Because he's used to that same mentality. Nobles are like, yeah, whatever. So there's fire and shit, and I guess, whatever, they'll figure it out. You know what I mean? And not giving a fuck. The day after the fire, despite the fact that you're the one that has to rebuild, it's your you know what I mean? What are you going to do? Just let it stay burned down? The day after the fire, I spent the morning drafting up applications to submit to the Ryuhei and went to the surf quarter in the afternoon. After surveying the destruction, I also stopped by the clinics to meet with the victims of the fire. She's even checking out the poor, people. Then, the following day, with all the necessary documents in hand, I immediately headed over to the Ryuhei. I'm Spacey, head of the Eastern Fifth. I've come to deliver a missive to the Great Taiju.
Understood. Please wait a moment.
I made my request to the Conry official, and after waiting for a few moments...
Lady Spacey.
Lord Sakaki. I grabbed the hem of my dress and greeted the minister with a polite bow.
I hear you have a missive you wish to submit today.
Yes, here it is. When I handed over my paperwork, he immediately opened the seal and looked over the documents. This is so nerve-wracking. Lord Sakaki had a reputation of being extremely strict. I had been on the receiving end of his stern lectures several times myself. After skimming through everything, he looked at me again.
Both your report and your missive are much easier to read than they were in the past.
Really?
That isn't to say there's no room for improvement. You still have a long way to go before you're on the same level as the other family heads. Ugh. You're still inexperienced, and that's quite all right. However, there are many expectations placed on a noble from the Seven Houses. Since you, as the inheritor, have decided to take on the responsibilities of your house, rather than relying on outside help, I hope you can put in your utmost effort to accumulate as much experience as possible. I trust you understand what I mean.
Dude, I just want to help my serfs rebuild their houses. Jesus. I do. Not.
Good. Now then, I shall inform Lord Taijo of your missive. You can expect to receive good news before the end of the week.
Thank you so much, Lord Sakaki. I mean, and all our missive is like, hey, we want to rebuild. And he's probably like, yeah, sure, no, sounds fine. I mean, at least they're not like, no. They're like, yeah, no, I get it. Totes cool. We're not like, I decided I want to encroach on somebody else's land. We're like, some of our houses burned down. We want to rebuild them. At that moment, a few nobles who had just entered the Ryue called out to us.
Oh, Lord Sakaki, Lady Spacey, how long it has been!
Good day, everyone. I do apologize for my absence. I'd gotten to know them in the past at the banquets held by my uncle of the Northern Second.
We certainly are in no position for the Lady of the Eastern Fifth to be so humble before us. You've grown to be such a fine young lady. I'm sure your parents in the other world are so proud.
They're two different people, but they sound the same. Who gives a fuck? There's still much for me to learn. I'll work as hard as I can under the head of the Northern Second's guidance.
It was extremely fortunate that the head of the Northern Second took you in.
Oh, now there's third.
However, it's simply absurd for you to handle your duties as head of the Eastern Fifth alone forever.
Oh, no, God.
Isn't it about time you found yourself a husband?
No thanks. I like to bang my, butler. And then I might actually trot on over to the entertainment district and, pay the head of the entertainment district for a show. I don't know. He might do me for free, but if I gotta pay him, I'll pay him. That's fine. I got money. It's cool. This is how you develop a harem. Wait a minute. This is exactly how you build a harem. You've got your sexy butler. Okay. You've got, like, the hot guy that you go that's, like, your, like, prostitute, kinda. Like, not to say that, like, Tobari's actually do it, but he's the head of the entertainment district, and you know you got some prostitution going over in there. So we might pay him for a good time once in a while. Again, and maybe we don't have to pay him, but, like, that's fine. Whichever way, I'm okay. I am okay going and, like, watching that man dance for me and then rolling around in his bed. It's fine. Okay? Cool. And then we got, Suyakusa, who's just, like, normal dude, normal shop owner guy. So that's perfect. So we got some extra income coming in there because we're like, yeah, he runs a shop. He's a handyman. He's pretty handy with some shit. So he can be pretty handsy with us too. You got Yashiro, who's just like from the outside world, who's just, he doesn't know anything. Well, right now, as far as we are aware, he doesn't know anything. We have to take care of him. So he's our trainable labradoodle. Who's also really good with the sword, so he can defend our honor if we need be. Cool. And then we have our man puppet that we like to dominate, who is Yuri, because, sure, that works for me. Awesome. I think that's a good time. Did I cover everybody? Did I forget anybody? Do we only have 5 love interests in here? Did I miss anybody? How many do we have? Like, hold on a second. Yeah, okay, the truth route's technically the 6th route. And unless we get to, and we got the Great Taijo on the side if we want. And Yuri comes with his hot brother. And for funsies, every once in a while, we can, bang our peacock over there. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, this game is really great for picking up a man harem. And side pieces. So, awesome. Why do I need a husband? I guess if I've got to pretend and I need a trophy husband, Yuri will work. Sure. And then he's going to act all cocky like he's in charge, but we know he likes it when I step on him. And I demean him a little, make him cry. Hell yeah. Good for us. Good times. I don't know if she's got the stones for it, but find myself a husband. Give me a break.
Could I introduce you to my son? Hey, no, don't be so hasty. I bet there are suitors lining up for the Lady of the Eastern Fifth.
Thank you all so very much. I truly appreciate your kindness. I plan on discussing the matter of marriage with the head of the Northern Second thoroughly before making a decision.
Oh,
but... Thank God Sakaki is over this shit. It seemed like there was much the nobles still had yet to say, but Lord Sakaki cut them off with a sigh.
I'm sorry, but the head of the Eastern Fifth and I are currently in the middle of discussing some paperwork.
Thank you, Daddy! Listen, he's probably old enough to be our dad, and we can call him that, because he's still a damn good-looking man. But, like, I'm just saying, thank God we are like, he's like,
shut up!
Thank you, Sakaki. High five, bro. Look, he's being a good wingman.
Oh, please excuse us, Lord Sakaki, Lady of the Eastern Fifth. I hope you can find a suitable match soon.
Lord Sakaki stared after them coldly as they hurriedly left. Thank you, Lord Sakaki.
No, I apologize for stepping in. Sure you would have been able to handle it on your own? The topic of marriage among the nobility is part of house politics. I'm in no position to interfere.
Well, my duties are keeping me very busy at the moment, and maybe I'm a lesbian. No, actually, I want to bang the head of the entertainment district. I feel like he should be good enough. We shouldn't have to worry about, like, we have to keep it on the down low like we did with Awayuki, but I hope to eventually make a choice that'll serve to benefit the Eastern Fifth. I mean, I don't think the entertainment district would be bad. I mean, look at the territory we've now covered.
I believe that's for the best. That said, marrying into one of the 7 houses is certainly advantageous. It isn't difficult to understand why parents would be eager to make a match for their sons.
I'm sure they're also worried for the continuation of the Eastern Fifth's lineage, seeing as how I'm the only one left in my family. But I wish to take extra care when choosing my partner, considering that I plan to continue being the family head even after marriage. I could easily picture my potential partner revoking my authority as family head as soon as we were wed.
You've endured a great deal.
The usually strict Lord Sakaki was being so considerate that I couldn't stop my inner thoughts from spilling out. Look, he's like, you've been through some shit, yo. That's what his face says. It's so exhausting to always hear things like that brought up. I only wanted you to review my documents, and... After a moment, Lord Sakaki smiled. Aw. Do forgive me! I've forgotten myself. Thank you very much for your time. Until we meet again. I gave him a quick and deep bow before rushing out of the Ryue as fast as my legs could take me.
Like, he might be stern and like, you need to work on your penmanship, girl. Or, like, being concise in your writing.
Whichever one he meant. Whatever.
But then he's like,
but good for you, kid. You know what I mean? Like,
you gotta learn how to ride a bike without training wheels soon.
But, like, you did really good today. You know what I mean? Like, he's that gruff, stern dad who's actually kind of a softie on the inside. Like, aw. Aw. You see him all angry. You know what it is? You got a lot of bullshit to deal with, so I get it. But when I left, I didn't go straight home. I decided to stop by the entertainment district. They talked about marriage and husbands, and... we're gonna go find our boy toy. I haven't been able to properly thank Tobari yet. I wasn't sure I'd be able to see him, but I decided to go anyway. I thought of him as I passed through the archway until some commotion grabbed my attention. Please let me go!
You dare oppose a nobleman, you lowly commoner?
I heard raised voices and followed them into an alley. Oh. From what I could tell, the voices belonged to a man who appeared to be a noble and a girl dressed in a beautiful kimono. It's Suzune. Jesus Christ, girl. Isn't that Suzune? Okay, I was like, we've seen her 2 versions of her sprite, but...
Finally managed to obtain some onyx incense. Since you're my favorite, I was going to allow you to try.
Geishas do not meet privately with customers in tea houses. I would be happy to be called upon for a dinner party, so please put any requests for me through my Okia.
Who do you think you are? You're in no position to say no to me.
Stop right there. You're... We're already in chapter 3 now. That was our transition. Okay. I missed the name of the chapter, but that's okay. You can go back and see it. Stop right there. I forced myself between them and glared at the man.
Who are you?
I'm Spacey of the Eastern Fifth.
The very idea. What would a noblewoman from the Seven Houses be doing in the entertainment district?
If it's proof you want, I have it right here. I opened the case that hung on my hip and showed him the seal engraved with my family crest. See, because like the little, okay, like just the silver part, right? It's got 5 little tines, like fifth, and it kind of looks like an E if you look at how like the center is bigger and then the 2 on the end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a weird E, but it's kind of almost like if you squint, it's kind of E-shaped. You know what I mean? It's kind of E-esque. You know? But like, it's got the silver part is 5 little tines, so that's I don't know if I'm just making shit up here. But like, you know what I mean? It's one of those, oh, I'm trying to see. I'm like, oh, see? It looks like a 5E, but it kind of does. Am I forcing? Whatever. You know what? Just shut up.
What?
She has my favor. Even if you had been following the rules of her establishment, it doesn't entitle you to control her decisions. Your behavior is shameful, not only as someone of noble standing, but as a human being. Ooh, them fighting words. If you wish to flaunt your status, you should at least have the conduct to match. Oh! She kicked him in the balls, kicked him again, and then punched him. Damn! The man clenched his teeth and seethed with anger. Yeah, because a woman's talking back to him. But I'm higher up than him, so he got to deal with it. Ooh! Oh, you don't like it when women talk back to you, but you can't do anything because of the stupid rules of the society. You know what? This is the one time the stupid rules in the society are like, you know what? I'm down for it. I'm down for this bullshit hierarchy. No, but we're still going to step on Yuri. Don't worry about it.
Do I really deserve to be criticized so harshly? Regardless of how I treat this geisha, what does it matter? If anything, she's the fool who doesn't know her place, defying me and not treating me with the respect I deserve.
Is that your true opinion? I was repulsed by how disgusting his beliefs were.
But besides, you've come for a bit of fun yourself, haven't you? We're the same, you and I.
No, because I treat people like human beings, even if I'm going to pay them to entertain me. It sounds worse than it is, but I mean, seriously, like, if I'm going to go to a comedy show, I'm paying tickets for that person to entertain me. If Suzune play music or dance for me, like, that's her job, I would pay her for that and respect her art. You're trying to get her to do more shit that's outside of her job description, sir.
I've got it. Why don't I keep you company instead so you won't need to fraternize with such lowly men?
Have you met Tobari? He is so much higher up than you.
I'm sure I'll be able to satisfy you. Ah!
The man suddenly took a dramatic tumble to the ground, Tobari. It took a few seconds for me to realize that someone had kicked him from behind. The person was... Yeah. It's so hot when you, like, kick people because they're trying to, like, hit on me in a gross, creepy way. Oh my god. Like, listen. I would have liked it if she had punched this guy or whatever, but I listen. We got up and then we were like, don't talk to Suzune like that. And he's like, yeah, baby, how about we... And then Tobari just coming in and, like, drop kicking him. Ugh. Sir, I love it when you defend my honor. It's ridiculously hot. I know you're doing it because you're like, dude, don't talk to ladies that way. But, like, I'm still like, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter your motivations. It's still ridiculously hot. Like, yeah. Like, normally, like, dudes just being like, wanting me to get all up in your face. Like, ew, get out of here with that toxic masculinity shit. This guy was being gross, and Tobari is like, don't even. Oh, this isn't that. This is not the same thing. This is hot. This is, okay. See, I think that's what some people don't get. You know what I mean? Like, you know there's like the bro douches who'll be like, oh, get all up in your face, and like, whatever, I'm tough. And it's like, no, you're just a cunt. And then you have like Tobari, like, what, he kicked someone? Yeah, I know, but that was sexy. Because he did it? Because, like, The guy was being a pervert. He wouldn't just kick someone because they were like, just being slightly disagreeable. They were being creepy skeeves. There's a difference. You know what I mean? They didn't just go, I don't like your hair today, Tobari. He'd be like, yeah, who gives a fuck? You know? You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's just a difference. This is sexy. So, and also Tobari's beautiful, so whatever.
You bastard! Are you out of your senses?
Do you know who this is? Sir, do you know who I am? Oh my god. The noble looked back as he winced in pain and drew a quick breath upon seeing Tobari. Oh, because he didn't. Okay, no. Tobari looked down at him with a cruel smile. I want him to look down at me with a cruel smile. Listen, today's been a rough day, okay? Today has been unpleasant. It's just so,
Sir, it's the way we manage the entertainment district that makes it so fun. Breaking our rules means you're out of the game. Do you understand?
Now that we're clear,
get lost. There better not be a next time.
He seemed frightened out of his wits as he scrambled to his feet and ran off.
You went too far, Tobari. No matter how rotten he is, he's still a noble. Your position won't count for much if they find out you raised your hand first.
Huh?
I didn't raise my hand.
It's because he kicked him. Semantics, Tobari, you're cute.
It was my foot.
Tobari. I just want to hold him and squeeze him and pet him and tell him he's precious, because he is.
No need to give me that look. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Hey, I'm so sorry, Shuji. Tobari acted out of line again.
Oh, come on. That's that attitude. That's the attitude you take with your savior? Besides, isn't there something else you forgot to do first?
You're right. Tobari nodded his head toward me, and Suzune obliged. Thank you so much, Lady Spacey. Yeah, I'm not gonna let him, abuse you, girl. We besties. I could never have dreamed of being treated so kindly by a lady of your standing. Not at all. I'm just glad you're safe, Suzune. Her effusive gratitude made it all the more clear that most nobles she encountered here treated her as poorly as that man had, but she's so adorable. If you receive less work because of him or anything else happens, be sure to let me know. I can hire you myself and introduce you to others I trust. I'll do whatever I can to help. Thank you. He's given me quite a bit of trouble. I can't tell you what your help means to me. You are so impressive. Truly. Still, I hope this doesn't cause you even more trouble. Of course not.
Are you alright as well, milady?
Oh, yes, I'm completely fine. He was just creepy and gross. She didn't say that last part, but thank you for saving us, Tobari.
I told you before, didn't I? Just doing my job.
Regardless, you saved me. Thank you.
You seriously throw me off my game. You seriously... Yeah, throw me off my game. Okay. I love that.
We're like, thanks. And he's like, I do not know how to fucking deal with you. So cute. Really, Tobari? You need to do something about that arrogant attitude of yours.
Huh? You ought to know by now how to turn down customers like that. Are you paying attention to the older geishas at all? Make sure to learn from them how it's done.
You're one to talk, showing up after someone else already stepped in. If you're the boss, do your job better. Are you guys siblings? Because I feel the sibling energy here.
She's got you there, Tobari.
I love the fact that she can talk back to him and she's not worried, because you know what I mean.
Listen here. There's only one of me. Can't just pop up out of thin air wherever I want like a genie.
I could feel how close the three of them were by the way they spoke to each other with such ease. Shioji did mention that he was like an older brother to Tobari. I wonder if they've all been friends since childhood. Lady Spacey, I want to thank you, not just for today, but for the other day as well. The other day? Do you mean with the Berserker? Yes. I'm ashamed that it's taken me so long to thank you. Hold on, I'm the one who should be thanking you, Suzune. Not at all. You were trying to save me, your ladyship. And despite that, I just left you behind. I'm so terribly sorry. Nah, it just got me to spend more time with Tobari. Don't worry about it. No, I wouldn't have even made it out of that alley if I had been alone. So thank you for telling me to run. I'm still here thanks to you. Lady Spacey. Come to think of it, where did you end up going? I recalled how she dashed off without hesitation, as if she had already had a destination in mind. My usual spot. Whenever something bad or terrifying happens, I've always...
Your usual spot?
Never mind! I guess she doesn't want Tobari to find out. I quickly blurted out something else to change the subject. Wow! The sky is so blue today! Anyway, at least we're both safe and sound. I was actually thinking I wanted to talk to you again, Suzune. I want to learn more about the entertainment district and hopefully be friends, if you don't mind. What? Friends, you say? Yeah, like, whether you like it the fuck or not, bitch, we're besties now. Get over it. Get acquainted with it. Get on fucking board. Get in, bitch. We're going shopping. Yes? We seem to be around the same age. Oh, and you don't need to be so polite with me when no one's around. I can't do that. That would be far too rude. Girl, I need some girlfriends. Have you seen? It's like a man harem around here. It is a fucking sausage fest. Not that I am complaining, because everyone in this game is ridiculously hot. But I'm gonna need some, like, lady vibes here. We need some best friendos. Again, that I don't want to bang. Okay? Every once in a while I need to take a break and just go get coffee. Okay? Without sexy McGee over here on the right staring me in the eyes and giving me those bedroom eyes and me being like, I just wanted coffee. We're going to go home and have sex now, aren't we? Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, every once in a while I need rest. I'm old. My hips are old. Okay, they can't. I'm tired. Just tired thinking about it. I think I wouldn't collect so many men in my mental man harem, but, like, what happens in my brain is totally different. Come here for this unhinged shit. I swear to God. Today, this is I'd say it's a weird day, but I feel like it has been just a weird time playing this game. I don't know. It's really okay. I mean, Tobari doesn't bother with my formalities when he speaks to me. With any formalities. Well, sorry. Well, that's because Tobari has no manners to begin with. Look at the look on her face. She's so mad.
Knock it off. You should get back to work, Suzune. This isn't the time for you to be chatting, is it?
Suzune froze at the realization dawned on her face. She must have had something scheduled as, well, sorry for keeping you. Hope we can talk more next time. Maybe you can come over to my place when you're free. It's just... Is that really all right?
Hey, hurry up and get going.
I've had it up to here with you, Tobari! Please excuse me, Lady Spacey. Shioji, I'll see you soon. She's like, okay, bye, guys.
Get fucked, Tobari!
She's really gonna be like... She's like, oh my god, I love hanging out with you, Spacey. Your husband, on the other hand, sucks! Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole, but I love him anyway. Besides, he's a little bit of an asshole. He's not the dumpster fire we're gonna marry later. Her movements were still lithe and graceful, even as she hurried off, kimono fluttering in the wind. Tobari seemed sullen as he watched her depart, which I thought was a little strange. Is he mad that she's, like, mean to him? Because, like, you kind of, I think, earned it.
Please allow me to express my gratitude as well. Thank you for helping Suzune, Lady Spacey. You're very brave. I couldn't even step in because I was at a loss for words watching you.
Oh, I just couldn't ignore what I saw. I had to put a stop to it. I wouldn't exactly call it bravery. I was probably only able to do so because of my standing. Someone of a lower status would have more to lose in challenging nobility, whereas my status shielded me. I felt a little bad about not accepting Shioji's praise, but thinking about the difference in our circumstances made it harder to celebrate my good deed.
Yeah, I am certainly envious of your being born with such a noble blood. Despite that, how you use your status and authority is entirely up to you. So you don't need to be modest. You can accept his praise with your chin up.
You really think so?
Yeah?
Then I suppose I will. Despite beside his curtness, his curtness, I couldn't help but feel a little happy to hear those words. By the way, that man mentioned something about incense. Have either of you heard anything about it?
Onyx incense, you mean?
I think that's what he said.
It's pretty popular these days, not to mention a real pain in the ass for the rest of us.
True. True to its name, it's a type of incense, but it seems to induce hallucinations. Hallucinations?
People become addicted to it too. We're dealing with it as best we can, but people just keep bringing it in.
And there are also escorts who enjoy it. We're just at the end of our rope with this stuff.
You didn't know about this, m'lady? Thought it was pretty popular among the nobility.
I'm not very popular among the nobility. I can't recall ever hearing about it. But I'll be sure to ask around. I'll let you know if I learn anything. Yeah, so maybe that's what's causing the berserkers.
Thanks.
I was worried he'd find me nosy, but Tabari surprisingly welcomed my involvement. Well, yeah, because I gotta get inside information from the rich bitches, and he can't.
It'd be nice if everyone could follow our rules while they're enjoying themselves in the entertainment district, regardless of status. But the truth is, there are a bunch of nobles who don't play nice.
And when they hold their authority that's Shioji. And when they hold their authority over us, we can't say a word against them.
We just can't risk having them retaliate if we were to rub them the wrong way.
I hesitated a little before asking. It's kind of weird. Okay. So, they've set this up in Aoyuki's route where it's like, depending on where you are in the ranks, so like, Yuri can kick my ass and I can't say anything about it because, or like when he was like, oh, we should get married. I can't say no. So it's not really asking me if we should get married. He's basically deciding for me. I, have more authority than anybody else that's under me in the fifth, it's in the 6th house, 7th house, 10th house, whatever. So like, that's why that guy had to deal with me and listen to me because he's just some random noble, right? He's like scum of the nobles, basically. But it doesn't matter, even if you're the lowest of the nobility, you're still higher up than commoners. But, so like, okay, they've made that hierarchy clear. However, again, where it doesn't quite make sense, aside from, also in addition to, I guess, Aoyuki's route where it's like, well, the Korozuru could come and arrest you, but if you're nobility, you could tell them no, and then you have to have someone in the Korozuru who's a higher nobility to come in and tell you, yes, you are going to jail, but, like, because the Korozuru doesn't outrank the nobility, where it's like, I mean, I guess in the real world that works too. It's like, I'm rich. I will not be going to jail. Okay, we might ruin his wife, the poor little witch boy. Oh no. Doesn't matter that he murdered people. It doesn't matter that he's a rapist fucking felon. We'll just give him an elected position. Whatever, it's fine. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. So it doesn't, But it's weird, though, with this, that I mean, I get it that, like, Suzune, Shioji, like, whatever, but Tobari is special. Tobari is treated, even though he's a commoner, as if he's special. He can get into the Ryuei, all this stuff. So you'd think you're in his district. The Korozuru can't do jack shit here. Right? That, like, he has a set that he is more important than anybody who walks under these fucking gates. So they should be listening to him when he says shit. Now, yes, like you said to Suzune, I can't be fucking everywhere. So, like, people gotta, like, try to learn to deal with the rich bastards. But that guy's trying to throw his weight around. I'm better than you. You're just some crappy commoner. And Tabari comes up and says, get the fuck out. No, she's not gonna do what you say. Okay. They shouldn't be able to make problems in the entertainment district because Tabari should be able to outrank them in all technicality. But I guess it doesn't even really matter because if Tabari's like, get fucked, rich dude, the rich dude could go out and be like, they were mean to me. And we know how cunty the nobility is, where people wouldn't be like, well, then you shouldn't have done that. And then keep coming. They'd be like, well, we just won't go there. But it's like, you're not going to come here? Really? Where are you going to go for fun? Where are you going to go for fun? You're still going to keep coming here. You know that. So, like, Tabari, you have all the fucking power here. Those rich nobles aren't going to come here for their entertainment or their, like,
you know, whatever, really? They're just gonna what? Stay home and what? What, jack off? They're gonna stay at home with their right hand? Because, like, they're coming here for, like, the prostitutes and for the gambling and whatever else is going on in here. I'm assuming there's gambling dens here. You know what I mean? And the geishas and they're whatever. They're coming here for all that shit. They ain't got no entertainment because you know these rich men don't know how to read. So they are not just like, their wives are like, good, he's off to the entertainment district. I can just sit down with a fucking mug of tea and I can fucking read a goddamn book without that bastard bothering me. You know? Not me, though. I'd be like, nuh-uh, Aoyuki, you're not going to the entertainment. We could go for funds. Sure, we'll go to a banquet. Geishas are cool. She'll, like, play music and maybe do a cool dance, and that's, like, awesome. And there's nothing inappropriate happening here. It's like dinner and a show. And then we go home, and then, like, we snuggle, and we read together and all that shit like that, because we're normal people. I mean, except for I'm banging my butler, but, you know. But, like the nobles, even if Tobari was, like, get fucked, that they're gonna be... Oh, the nobles are still going to show up here. So Tobari really has all the power, to be fair. So the whole like, well, we can't tell them no because they're higher ranked than us. Yeah, sure. You've tried to tell us, but that really doesn't fly in the reality of if they didn't, like what? You're going to be like, if we tell them no, they're going to tell their friends and then nobody will come and then we'll go broke and everybody will be homeless and destitute. Sure, I could see that logic if, again, where are they going to go? It's not like we're going to go to some other, like, if you kick me out of this bar, I'm just going to go to some other bar and I'm going to tell all my friends to go to the other bar. There are no other bars! There is no other entertainment district! This is it! That's what happens when you live in a tiny little culty bubble. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Tobari has more power than these people, so it's really interesting that they're still trying to pretend like that's, you know, so like their whole hierarchy thing is like got more holes than Swiss cheese, to be fair. It's like there's a hierarchy, except for when it's this, and then also, and it's like, but this is the time the hierarchy would break. You know what I mean? This would be the exception, not the Kurosuru being the exception, in the weirdest sense. But anyway, I hesitated a little before asking. Say, Tamari, what do you mean by not playing nice? Huh? Well, you know, like... Tobari... Shioji called out to Tobari as if to placate him. I'm not sure I'd want to be the one telling that to a noblewoman. That's what I think, anyway. Don't worry. I have the decency to watch my words. I won't say anything inappropriate. But there's no reason to keep it from her if she wants to know. I appreciate you not, like, worrying about my delicate sensibilities. I really don't think that's a good idea. I understood Shioji's concern. After thinking about it for a bit, I decided to let it go. Insist on knowing. I feel like we should insist on knowing because Tobari wants to tell us. And I feel like letting it go. But no, don't worry about it. But we're like, no, tell me. And Tobari's going to be like, that's hot that you want to know. Yeah, insist on knowing. See, I could... I want to understand the situation surrounding the entertainment district. If it's all right with you two, I'd appreciate it if you could share all you can with me. I repeated my request, which seemed to fluster Shioji. Of course we're willing. I'm just afraid it'd be a shock for you to hear. I understand you're speaking from a place of concern. Thank you, Shioji. But still, I'd like to know about it. I think she's being diplomatic. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate you're coming from a place of concern, so thank you for that, but I still would like to know. Like, with a look, I urged Tabari to continue, and he gave a slight nod in response. It's a very rich lady response. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, I appreciate your concern. It's very diplomatic and not like, the fuck, bitch, I can take it. Where the rest would be like, I can handle it. She's like, you're coming from a place of concern. I'm being very rational about it. Well, it depends on the customer. Usually they'll think their arrogance is within their rights and they'll throw punches at or violate anything they don't like. Anyone they don't like. Oh, anyone. That's just... As I was reeling in shock from hearing about people resorting to violence, Tabari continued bitterly. They'll violate anyone. Not like they get pissed and punch a wall. They'll, like, attack their people. Hard to believe, right? Considering most grown men will faint at the mere sight of blood. It's because they don't even see us as the same species. It's not even worth questioning their ethics and whatnot. I mean, again, we knew this, but she doesn't because she was not with us. There was a whole separate version of her that was in Aoyuki's route, but we know, like, it's not news to us that the noble people think that the commoners are trash. Like, I think she knows there's a divide in the, nobility and the common people. But I don't think she's really aware of the divide so much as, like, the nobility is, oh yes, the common folk. We don't marry the common folk. But not the absolute abhorrence that the common folk exist, as if them breathing the same air is offensive. And it's like, yeah, no, but that's, yep, so. Did the great Taiju's line of sight not extend to the beautiful glimmering lights of the entertainment district? No, Taiju has nothing to do with this, sweetie. I went silent, seething from the absurdity of what I just heard. Shioji scoffed bitterly before chiming in. It doesn't matter how humane the deed, how inhumane the deed. Inhuman the deed, wow. As long as they're of the nobility, they won't be accused of sinning. It really is unfair. All of the wealth and power concentrated in the hands of a select few nobles. It feels like real life. That said, they're not the only ones at fault. In the end, it's the status of the entertainment district itself that's the problem. Even other commoners look down on us, and that's a fact. The way Tobari spoke of the discrimination the district's residents face daily cut deep. That's not untrue in the real world either, you know what I mean? Like, this is not like, oh, this is where you go and you got movie theaters and, like, libraries and bars and party and, like, whatever. It's, oh, that's where there's prostitutes. And a bunch of other shit, but it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's like, there's some red light district stuff going on in the entertainment district. So, yeah. And that's the way, again, people think, even in the modern times, about, like, sex work. Like, instead of being like, how did they get into that? Were they trafficked into it? Are they being treated like garbage? Are they willingly doing it? Because, okay, get your money. You know what I mean? Because they can make a better living doing that than waiting tables. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, like, however anybody got into it, like, if they got into it in a bad way, like, you were trafficked and forced into it, that's fucking awful, and, like, but you shouldn't look down at people like that. You should look down on the people who trafficked the people, not the people who were forced into that. You know what I mean? But that's not the way people think, and it's like, it's somehow... It's like the victim blaming. It's just another set of victim blaming. It's just one more way we do this. And it's like kind of ridiculous that, like, it's really not, it shouldn't be difficult to not look down on other people just to try to lift yourself up. You know what I mean? Like, to try to feel better about yourself, you don't need to look down on someone else. Except for the horrible human beings. We're allowed to look down on them because it's like, you're horrible people. Not because you choose sex work, because you traffic children. Those are the people we should look down on. That's okay. I feel like that's fine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't look down on the person who serves your coffee to you, do you? Why would you? That's their job. My job isn't any, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody has different careers and different paths in life, and it doesn't make anybody better or worse than anybody else. If you are a rotten human being and have no soul, then we should look down on you. Absolutely. Again, like a lot of our government and the horrible people who, like, hurt children and shit like that. And, I'd say murder people, but, sometimes people deserve to be murdered. So, like, whatever. Some people do. That's the serial killer in me. So, you know what? I think we should... I understand if people look down on me for being a little stabby. Just, sometimes you just got to imagine stabbing some people. But, them looking down on it makes sense. And the logic of this isn't any different than the logic in the real world. So, it's kind of... But, like, yeah, anyway. So, yeah. And then knowing that there's also people that came from the abyss, and not only do the commoners and everybody, they look down at the people in the abyss too. And then there's people that
work in the entertainment district that are from the Abyss, so that's just a double-edged sword here, so. Yeah.
Anyway, milady, I'm amazed you'd show your face here after all our talks about the Shiranui.
He gave me an exasperated but probing look, to which I nodded awkwardly. I had something I wanted to talk to you about, Tabari.
Would it be alright if I joined in this conversation as well?
Well, it's not like I have to tell Tabari this in private, but...
Shioji, sorry, but I have to ask you to leave.
Tabari instructed Shioji firmly, perhaps from picking up on my hesitation.
That's too bad. I wanted to talk to you more, milady. Being able to keep her all to yourself sure is a nice perk, isn't it, Tabari?
Oh, or do you perhaps have an ulterior motive?
Shut up and go already.
Come on now, no need to snap. Shioji shrugged and sighed before smiling at me.
Well, that's that. I hope to see you again soon, milady.
Yes, very soon. After Shioji left us, I turned to Tabari. So, Tabari, when I struggled to find the words to broach the topic, Tabari spoke up instead.
Come to think of it, I haven't had lunch yet. Care to join me, milady? Oh my god, we're having a lunch date.
Sure, I'd be happy to if you'll allow me.
She's like, oh, yes! He's like, I haven't had lunch yet. You want to go? You want to grab something to eat?
Oh my god, yes! She was so very excited about that as much as I am, so fair enough. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.